And we are lining up the rocket for Flight 1, mission to the moon on the Concorde rocket. It is now T-minus 2 minutes on the clock. It is a beautiful rocket piloted by one Lambo 1745. Here's how this whole engine and sequence start is going to be. On T-minus 10 seconds, the engine will fire up in reverse thrust. Around T-minus 5 seconds, the reverse engine thrust will be on. On T-minus 3 seconds, we'll switch over to normal thrust, and at T-minus 0, we will lift off towards the moon. Or low Earth orbit. My bad. We're just under T-minus 1 minute 5. And it switched over into reverse thrust. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 45. T-minus 40. Lever go, T-minus 30 seconds. Rocket go. Clear launch. Concorde 001, the low Earth orbit. T-minus 20 seconds. T-minus 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, throttle up, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff! It is now bound for the moon. Concorde 1 now bound for the moon. Humanity's not so great adventure. Good roll, bitch. Concorde accelerating at a nominal rate. Concorde supersonic, 10,000 feet. This will be around a 9.5 minute ride into orbit. We eat commentary along the way. See your amazing rocket working extremely hard. The reason this comes down is shaped like this because it comes down like a ladder. And basically come down and glide all the way down and use its little last bit of fuel at the last second to flip and be caught by a tower. This does have runway landing capability though. Concorde at max speed. We're now at max Q. We're going to throttle down our engines. Past max Q, we can throttle back up our engines. We are T-minus 2 minutes into our flight here. Concorde back up max speed. T minus 2 minutes 45 seconds. T minus 3 minutes. T minus 4 minutes 30 seconds. Concorde 2/3 fuel left. Little information about our amazing Concorde rocket. It is amazing one-stage rocket. It can get it to orbit in around 9 minutes, and T minus 100,000 feet. That is around 1/3 the way to the Kármán line. We will go around a little higher than that, while also turning into a good orbit around Earth. We want to know where we are on the mini-map right now. We are that green little plane right there. So as you see, we can take off from that little island right there. And we are heading over towards St. Bart's. We will be starting our roll to get into a more synchronized orbit soon. It's now T minus 4 minutes and 50 seconds. T plus 5 minutes. We're 5 minutes into our flight here. And T plus 5 minutes and 16 seconds, we will be starting our pitch maneuver. And there's our pitch maneuver being started. So just gently change the pitch of the airplane so it can help get into an orbit around there. We are T plus 6 minutes into our orbital flight. First one ever of the Concorde. Any of you guys want a little bit more info on how this thing comes back? It's basically a dive bomber. So it comes back down until around 9,000 feet. And then it basically uses its wings to generate lift and glide all the way back down, like the space shuttle. But instead of landing on a runway, it's going to fire up its engines, do a flip maneuver, flip from a gliding position to 90 degrees, like a launch tower, and be slowly brought down by its crushable tail. And landing legs will deploy from tail. It will catch the rocket. We're around almost in 2/3 of the way to this outer space. Is now T plus 7 minutes. We're gonna do another roll maneuver at T plus 7 minutes and 19 seconds. You can see the adjusting there. As T minus 17 seconds, we'll be rolling again, getting it to a lower pitch to help climb the way to space. And that maneuver is complete. We are 200,000 feet up in the air. Extraordinary stuff. That is just around 2/3 away into space. We are T plus 8 minutes into our around 11.5-minute flight into orbit. You can see a beautiful picture of our Earth down there. You can see the sort of edge of the atmosphere. That little blue light line. We're T plus, just around T plus 8 minutes and 40 seconds. This is time for our normal rocket to get into orbit. And our rocket can carry much more fuel. It's a little less powerful, but does the job. Concorde not even at half fuel left. What is amazing because we use fuel on the way down just to make it a little quicker. Again, it's mainly just a dive bomb. Yeah. Need fuel again to dock to the ISS, and our reaction control system was all hooked up to the same bit of fuel. So, and now T plus 9 minutes and 20 seconds into our flight. It's around maybe 3/4, 2/3 way to our low Earth orbit. Here we're going really well here. We're at 250,000 feet up in the air. You still see the atmosphere, but this is PTFS. This is not realistic. Concorde, half fuel left. We are T plus 8, 10 minutes and 20 seconds into our flight. Just so you know, the Kármán line is around 326,000 feet in the air. Our orbit will be around 340,000 feet in the air. So we're kind of in space, but kind of like only a little bit above it. But we are 2,700 feet in the air. I mean, I can't speak. We're 2,700,000 in the air. We have just reached a T plus 11-minute mark. As is expected, we're gonna take a little longer on our journey up than we expected to. We are looking really strong. We're almost past the Kármán line. There we go. So you can see the rocket adjusting its flight path. There are 300,000 feet in the air, just about a couple of seconds. We are 300,000 feet in the air. We have passing over Tokyo. We are T plus 12 minutes, 20 seconds into our flight. Her maiden voyage with 4 tons of crew, 4 tons of supplies to the International Space Station. We are reaching around T plus 13 minutes into our flight. And we are still ascending. And we are about to reach the Kármán line. And Concorde is officially in space. We can celebrate here together. As Concorde has around 1/3 fuel left. Well, more. But we have reached space in around, I'm going to say, 12 minutes and guessing around 12 minutes and 34 seconds. Took me a second to get the data. Our flight still continues though, as we're going to try to get into a good Leo now. You guys really want to know what space and PTFS looks like? Well, you now know. And we almost be shutting down our engine soon. We'll be shutting them down, or at least doing low throttle once we hit around our orbit target. And we're almost there. See the pilot, commander, get a couple onboard views here. See, it's really shaky. And we will be almost done. And and we need to get in our orbit now. We're going to be doing our orbit burn for around an extra minute. We're done with that at around 1 minute 14 seconds since we reach Kármán line. Orbit burn is going to be around for 15 seconds. It's going to get us into orbit. And shut our engines off. That took 2 seconds. And Concorde is in orbit around the Earth for our first flight ever. It took 14 minutes and 5 seconds, but we did it. We'll see you all back here in around 8 months to watch Concorde come back to Earth. Thank you all for joining us, and hope you all have a good day.